Hello, I am so excited this afternoon. I wanted to jump in here. I said in my previous video, if you have not heard, yes, Kendra is an author. Endurance: the Seven Secrets to Overcome Any Obstacle. And so, we give so many book reviews. I just decided to do a book review for myself as well as we working to wrap up the Great Awakening Virtual Summit. But on tonight, I wanted to quickly hop on here and to share my review about this best-selling book on Amazon and why you should get your hands on it. And I am so excited. So guys, if you're hanging out with us live, definitely drop a comment. And if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay as well. And so I just wanted to share with you a couple of my thoughts when I was actually writing this book. This book was actually written in honor of Adrian, and it was right before the passing of Adrian. I think I launched the book. It's been about a year ago that I actually launched this book, and then fast forward 8 months later, Adrian ended up passing. 7 or 8 months later, Adrian ended up passing, and so the Seven Secrets to Overcome Any Obstacle is really a dedication in honor of my son. That was the first book. And so I know that I have to go and update this particular book because Adrian definitely has passed on, and in tribute to him and reason why I created the book. So it will definitely have a revision. So on tonight, I quickly wanted to share a little bit about what went into this book. I'll start on chapter. I'll start with chapter one, and chapter one. It's what you know, not who you know. And just in chapter one, I share a quick story that I ended up having one of my friends, one of my business partner. I wouldn't even say a friend. It was someone that I didn't know that was married, that had 4 kids, and she started a side business, and her husband was extremely disappointed with her that she started the business because food would be late, the kids would take a bath a little late, the house was still a little messy, and so he told her to quit that business, and she wouldn't quit the business. So he ended up taking her computer and he smashed it on the floor, and he thought that that would actually stop her from working that business. But little did he know, she ended up doing what we always do. We're always on our cell phones, right? She ended up using her cell phone, and she grew a very nice organization, and helping other women create side incomes. And so once that happened, hubby says, "Hey, I knew that you could do it. I knew that you could do it." So I think that sometimes in relationships, we do have the spouse or the significant other not willing to support you as you're going through and as you're building. And once you realize that you're basically on your own, on an island, you reach out to people that can support you. And she did a phenomenal job, and the marriage is still whole. And so in each one of, if you once you grab this particular book, you'll see that it's a two-parter. So this is me. If you're jumping on in the middle of what's happening here, I'm actually giving a quick um, review of this particular book that I read, because we give reviews, and hey, I'm gonna give a review on my own book. And so it's a two-part book. I think what I really loved about it, not only the stories are able to grab you, but there's a two-parter. And so inside of the book, at the end of each chapter, there's a thought-provoking question relating to the chapter, and this is where you get to write down and what you truly want to share and to leave behind, be it for your son or your daughter. What struggle that you've had in that particular area, and how can you leave something behind to share with them. And so this book It's a journal and it's a book. And so the first question at the end of the first chapter, it says, what are some of the things from your past that you carry with you today? And I really want you to think about this because it does dive into some forgiveness in certain parts of the first chapter. And the follow up question to that, how do you feel how do you feel this incident or circumstance has affected you, has affected who you are, and what you did experience? What did that experience teach you? So, what did that experience teach you? So, me just looking at this, it's like I want to write, and I know that I'm actually live because I get excited about my questions because it just hit me in certain parts of my life and what stage I'm actually in. And so, uh, let me read the question again. I really want you to think about this. What are some of the things from your past that you still carry with you today? That's very powerful question. How do you feel this incident or circumstance have affected who you are, and what did that experience teach you? I mean, that's like a mouthful. And so guys, I want you to think about forgiveness, and I want you to think about what did she actually do once her husband did not support her? How was her life and how did she rebuild that relationship past her creating some form of success? And so I'm just hoping that as you begin to go through these pages inside of this book, you begin really to dive deep into what's going on with you in your world and just be extremely transparent. And I truly do believe in taking responsibility is connected to your personal growth. And I think I said this last night. No, I end up saying this on a video that we're going to run some traffic to. Your business growth is a direct result of your personal growth. And I truly, truly, definitely believe in that. So get your hands on it. And each chapter, there's a quote from someone that I admire. And in chapter one, whenever you're in conflict with someone, there is one factor that can make the difference between damaging your relationship or deepening it. The factor is your attitude. So, as you make a quick moment of reflection, guys, this book, all I can tell you is go read the reviews on Amazon. They're pretty good. And then on the next episode that I do, I'll just bring some of the reviews and read them to you because I think that don't take it from me, take it from someone else that have actually had read the book and allow you to make a decision from someone else. And I think that one of the things that I wanted to share really quickly is one small paragraph that I'm going to read from the book. And it's and inside of the book it on chapter 1, page 5. You must believe in yourself, be disciplined, and not be easily discouraged by the way your circumstances appear. To feed into disbelief is to pollute and dilute your efforts. All the aforementioned great achievers have something in common. They were all of belief that their material condition of their present was not a reliable, predictable of their future. So I really want you to think about, even though the current circumstances said one thing, they just didn't believe that that was going to be a predictor of their future. And I hope that you hold on to that. And so, as I bring this to a close, I wanted to say, hey, make sure you follow me. Definitely hit the like button because I am actually reviewing my own book, which I haven't done. And I think that I can do it because there's so many other things I can talk about, other books that have really touched me. However, I chose my book. So if you hadn't gotten your hands on The Seven Secrets to Overcome Any Obstacle, which is endurance, you're missing the boat. And I think that it would be a treasure chest for you to have in your library because that particular book you can read over and over and over and over again. So with that being said, chapter one is completed. Whenever you're in the midst of a circumstances, be it if you're dating someone or even if you're married, and if you're struggling in that relationship and you're looking for support, just stay the course. And I promise you that significant other or that husband or that wife will eventually see that you're committed to the task and you will create consent. You will create success because one, you believe in you. So with that being said, to stay the course, I am so excited about these reviews that I'm going to jump on my Facebook page and do a review of my book. And thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Definitely drop a comment. I'll make sure I add the link. You know where to find me, Facebook or Instagram. I am here to support you. Feel free to leave a comment below. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.